What is up, gamers and haters, and welcome back to TwistedVidGaming. I am the TwistedVidGamer, and you're joining me for another advanced reviews. Today I'm going to do a weapons breakdown. I'm going to do this a little different for you guys than anything I've ever done before. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the guns that I have set up and what I like about them, and then I'm going to take them to the firing range with you guys. So I just think that that'd be kind of awesome just to kind of get to show you what it's like with the setup I have. So the first one I'm going to talk about here is the Pt.1 Marksman. This one is something I got in a supply drop. I really like this gun. It feels well balanced, and it's been the one I use pretty much the whole time I've played. With that, I have set up, it has the ACOG scope, which is already attached with it, and the stock. I think for me at the moment, that's, that I don't really need much more than that. And then as the secondary, I have the R1 rail driver, which is another one I got in a supply drop. I don't really use it that much, but it does seem to be a well-balanced gun. It's a one-shot, one-kill usually. And the perks I use is just lightweight, cold-blooded, toughness. I use the XO overclock and 2 frag grenades, and I have the UAV remote turret and warbird set up for that. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys into the firing range with that. Okay, so just for the sake of this video today, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just do the first little slot here and show you guys what it's like to get to use this gun. I really like this gun. I may be not like real accurate with it, but get it. I really like it. This firing range thing too is really awesome. I'm really glad they added that, and I like the way this gun reloads too. That's awesome. But I'm really glad they added this firing range just because it kind of lets you have a chance to feel out the weapon before you go taking it out on the field, which is the way it should be. I mean, that's really how it is in real life. But yeah, as you can tell, this weapon is just like awesome. It's well balanced. The scope really is nice on it. Okay, so the next weapon is the AK-12G. I got this for getting the game early. The only attachments I use with it is the foregrip, the quick draw, and the hybrid sight. I really like that sight. That's just kind of one that I've fell into the groove with, I guess, a little bit more. But I just use the lightweight, cold-blooded, hardwired. I use the Atlas 45 as the secondary, then the XO hover, and I have the orbital care package, UAV, and remote turret set up. I won't get into how I have those set up just yet. I'll save that for another video. But let's go ahead and take this one to the firing range. Alright, so once again for this weapon, I'm going to go ahead and just do the first little slot here, just to give you guys a feel of what it's like with this gun. And that's why I really like this sight. I like this one, and then there's the autofocus sight. I really like that sight too, just because you don't really have to click, it just kind of does it for you. But this gun is another one that's just well balanced. I really like this one, and I really feel like it's pretty precise. I mean, the way it's set up and the way I have it set up, it's dead on. And I can be somewhat quick about it. Okay, so the next weapon I have to talk to you guys about is the MP11 Plunder. I got this also, once again, in a supply drop. The only attachment I use at the moment is the foregrip, and I have the secondary setup as an S12. I use lightweight, cold-blooded, hardwired, the overclocked XO, and the XO cloak, just because I feel like this is run and gun, and I like to be quick and I like to be stealthy. So yeah, I have the UAV score streak, the orbital care package, and the XS1 Vulcan setup. That thing's amazing. But we'll go ahead and jump right into the firing range with this one. Okay guys, so once again I'm going to take this first slot just to show you guys what this thing is about. This gun is crazy. If you're not careful and if you don't like burst fire, it's going to go all over the place. Just to give you an example of that, as soon as it's reloading here, I mean, it stays pretty accurate, and I'm sure that if I had, a foregrip with it, it'd be alright. But it's just, it's really got a lot of power packed in a little gun like this. So this is one of my favorite SMGs so far on the game. I've got one other one, and we'll get to that one here in a bit. But yeah, it is kind of hard to keep accurate, though. I ain't gonna lie about that. That's one bad thing about this gun, but it's meant for up close anyway, so. Okay, the next gun I have to talk to you guys about is the KF5 Locomotive. I also got this at a supply drop. I just used the foregrip attachment, the Atlantis 45, as a secondary, and I pretty much use the same perks for every gun, so we'll just jump right into the firing range here. Alright, we're on this first slot again. Now this one is a little bit beefier than that MP11, so I really feel like it's kind of just easier to use, and I don't really use a sight or anything. I really like the iron sight on it. I don't really have any complaints with that. And it feels like it's a steadier gun, it doesn't recoil as much. Even though it looks like it's kind of more of a straight back, so you can kind of keep your aim where it needs to be. The firing rate to me is pretty impressive. Everything about it is well balanced. Okay, and last but not least, I'm still working on getting used to this gun, but that is the Morris Lullaby. I got this also in a supply drop. I'm waiting to get, you know, a better one of this, but I don't know. Overall, I like it. It's probably my favorite one. Alright, so we're going to bring this bad boy to the firing range here. This thing has so much power, so much kickback. It is really kind of hard to use. It is, I mean, it's honestly my favorite sniper rifle in the game. I really don't... I've not really tried out the other ones as much, but I just know with this one, I like the way it feels. It's just got a really cool feel to it, and it is kind of hard to use. It's, you know, it's really accurate, and it has a hell of a lot of power. And these targets, man, they're just getting obliterated, like gone, done. Alright guys, well that's going to conclude it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If so, don't forget to click that like button. And I plan to be back with the second part of, hopefully the second part of the weapons breakdown next week for you guys. And I'm just going to change the schedule up just a little bit on Wednesday. Instead of the Throwback Thursday this week, I'm going to have a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 video coming out for you guys. So stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed this, once again, like I said, don't forget to let me know in the comments below and click that subscribe button. Peace.